Hello. Hello, everyone. Corey here, just coming in to do a quick energy update. It is Friday, Friday, September the 29th. And I can tell you there is a lot of active energy out there between exactly as I said in my energy update for the full moon. There is this and that, like that sense of argumentative kind of energy out there. It's like I can't even open up my even buy and sell is even full of judgment and criticism. So I just wanted to stop in for a few moments and just have a conversation about some of the things that were going on. Hello, Carlene. So I am on YouTube and Facebook at the same time. Now, um, hey, Jenna. So I did come in. I went live a couple nights ago. I even had the date wrong. I'm like, I've put down it was the 28th, it was the 27th. And I thought I was on my business page and I was on my personal Facebook page, but I was still on YouTube. So you could still catch it on YouTube, but I was actually on my personal page doing a whole live. And I kept saying the energy is not right. Something is not right. The energy is not right. This is not the right energy. And sure shit, I was on my personal page, but it turned out it all worked out. So, but I meant to be in here, and it was myself and Michelle and Lisa, and we came in and we did. All three of us were pulling cards for people. So we'll try to rebook another one again and come back in and do it again for in here again. I don't know what it would be. We're all quite busy, so there's a lot happening. Been a crazy few days. A crazy few days. We've had a lot of craziness happening within our own family, and things that's happening for us. And so thank you for all the prayers that were sent to our little family. Hello, Lisa and Felicia and Ellie. Hello, and to everyone else who's watching. Thank you for being here. But I just want to come in and do a quick update. I did post the full moon energy update on YouTube. So there is a probably about, I think, 25-30 minute update there. And then the October energy update is also available. That has been posted. It was posted today. So you can go on YouTube and you can listen to that as well. Plus, we did post because myself, Lisa, and Michelle were on live, but we were on YouTube and my personal Facebook page. So that is also, I did share it over, so you can go back and rewatch it. There's a lot of good messages in there. There's some general readings in there as well. So check that out. Sorry, I just got to take a drink. I turned label around. I'm like trying to not put the label on TV on screen. um, hello, Christopher and Sherry and Tracy. Hello. So I just want to come in and talk about this energy. Howdy, Michelle. Crazy energy. I mean, crazy. I'm like, there's just so nuts. Um, and it's weird because I'm seeing it in the weirdest of places. Like, a buy and sell thing just popped up, and somebody was asking a simple little question like, where to get smudge? And holy crap, what a little witch hunt went on in there. What judgmental, criticism, comments to both, like not nice to either side. And I'm like, oh my God, like why do we have to behave like this as a society? Why can't we just leave people alone to be who they are, to do their thing? Why does there have to be so much judgment? And I'm like, it was like all over the place. And then I was just reading my brother's comment, and Google literally changed his business name on his Google, um, on his Google business, like little thing that comes up. And the name of the lake, the government had taken it upon themselves to change the name of the lake. And his business is named after the original name of the lake, which is Red Indian Lake Outfitters. And they changed it to the name of the lake. They took out the actual name of his company and changed it from his name into there. And I'm like, what is going on? What is with all of this judgment and this righteousness. And so righteousness is coming up everywhere. It's like such a crazy ass energy. And so you may be experiencing it, you may be feeling it. We do have a strong fire energy, but we're also being, Aries is tied to Mars. Mars is tied to that kind of war energy. And then we're also in Libra, and Libra is softer, can be much more gentler energy. And then we also still have Venus that's in retrograde. And so we have this kind of that sense of push and pull energy that's happening. And so I speak about it in both of my messages, and I wanted to share that out, and I wanted to talk about it a little bit because I didn't get in here live the other day. So I'm just gonna pull a couple cards for the general that speaks a little bit about this energy and talk a little bit about what we have going on. Hello everyone who's joined in. Hello all the cranky people. I know, even the girl at the drugstore said to me when I stopped at the drugstore, had to go out and get bird feed. And on the way from getting bird feed, I stopped into the drugstore, and the girls, and I said something about, I need the receipt. And she said, I know, it just takes a few minutes. And she was trying to explain to me. And I said, you don't have to explain. It's okay. I'm not in no hurry. I said, maybe the world needs to just slow down and relax and take a deep breath. And she said, yes, because they are horrible today. She said, they're getting mad at us about the prices of food and things that are gone up, and they're taking it out on us. And I'm like, yes, it is everywhere. Everywhere. The world needs to sit back and take a deep breath. Sit back and take a breath and breathe into, and just think about things. Think about your behavior. Think about those actions. And so I also write some blogs and put over on Elephant's Journal, something I've recently been doing. And I just put one up about the power of kindness. And that's on Elephant Journal as well right now. So, hi, Katie. Happy harvest super moon to you too. It is. This is our last super moon, I think, of the year. And this is the harvest moon, along with being an Aries full moon. This is also the harvest moon. So there is a lot of things happening. I do have my prayer circles going. They've been going all day. And then I got a few more things that I've had going throughout the day, and a few more things that'll happen during the evening. My friend Fran sent me something for me to do that I'll be doing this evening. Okay, card. So I pulled Soul Connection, Vedoma, which makes total sense. And so this is the most getting into a relationship with ourselves, really truly looking at our beliefs, our actions, our behaviors, how we treat other people is so important, because that sense of our soul will often tell us something about our own characters, our own behaviors. And I always chuckle a little bit when I get that sense of judgment about, judging someone who said, who's judging a witch or judging healers. And I'm like, they're healers. And, it's that whole dot of, who comes up with the brilliant idea to either put someone on a cross, to crucify somebody, to judge somebody to that extreme, or to start the witch hunt way back. And we still believe the narrative of that story. Like, it just blows my mind. And so I speak a little bit about that kind of strong energy, that strong convictions, and that we should be okay. We should be safe enough within ourselves to question our own convictions. And that's coming up with this moon energy, that, we get so hell bent on these convictions, and it often comes at a cost to others or to ourselves, and makes us judgmental and we criticize other people. But shouldn't we, question our convictions and how powerful those convictions can be? And so this card comes in that mother energy. And so she is that essence of her soul connection. She is walking in to see herself, to feel the essence of, who would I want to be? If I could be the best version of me, if I could be the kindest, if I could be, all of those things. That's where you go deep. And we're speaking about this in the More Than Existing program, about the introspective work that we do, about diving in and looking into ourselves. And so this moon kind of gives us, the opportunity to do this so that we can come into a healthier relationship with ourselves, because the world is not going to change. The world is not is not what's going to change. It's going to be how we change within ourselves, so that we can exist in a world that's going to always be stuck in different ways in their own convictions. But when we know us, we don't allow ourselves to react or to respond to that same kind of negative energy the way that we would have previously. And so we don't, instead of stopping to comment, you keep scrolling, and you don't just, and then you don't scroll and you keep it with you, is that you release that energy. Right. And so Katie says, when I surrender, oftentimes things work out better than my effort could. Exactly. Because when we let go of the reins and trying to control and trying to make things happen, trying to force things, then it's that sense of, this is the only way we see things and how things should be. But if we let go and we just trust, then things always seem to work out. It's all about those, making those turns, right? It's not always just straight. It's not always so straightforward. It's not always right in front of us. It's not our eyes, what our eyes see. It's not all that is truth. Just because we see something, it doesn't mean it's the only truth. It doesn't mean that's it. There is more to the story. There's just so many things that are here for us to be able to see. And soul connection speaks about what love, unconditional love, and to be unconditioned by the programming that has had such a hold on us and such a stronghold, that it becomes that sense of, that we call it love, but it's the love of power, not the power of love. And so when the love of power has such a control, instead of the power of love, that's where people dictate and control and use fear, false evidence appearing real, acronym of fear, to get people to, you know, shift. And we shouldn't have to be shifted by fear, by false evidence appearing real. Is that we should be able to trust ourselves and to listen to ourselves. And how does that feel for you? And does that feel right? And not by your programming, but within you. If you were to let yourself think deeper than you've been taught, deeper than what you've been told, deeper than what you were that was pushed into you, and question it a little bit further. It's amazing the results that we'll get. And that's coming up with this energy that we have. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Hello, Betty. Yes. Yeah. Ego edging God out. And that's exactly it. That's exactly as it happens. So I'm going to pull a second card for this. So the first card speaks about the mind's ability, right? And so it's how the mind can be such a powerful weapon. It can be a great tool, but it can also be the thing that creates our own inner turmoil. It's the thing that can have us at war with ourselves. It's the thing that can stand in our way. So full moons brings that reflection back to us. And it's just like people say, oh, the moon is making people cranky. No, the moon is emphasizing what is existing and happening within each of us. And so whatever is happening, whatever we have happening, it emphasizes, it shines a light upon the area where we should be doing the work. We should be surrendering. We should be letting it go. So we have the stargazer, Frida. Now she's in that sense of the embodiment. So embodying this sense of our spirit. Exactly. Mind is tool for the heart, and the heart has its own mind. And so this is where we have, so stargazer is like, there's whales in the sky. And yes, there is whales in the sky. There is whales up there. There's bears up there. There's everything is up there. It's all in the formation of the stars. And so it's like people say, well, that's not possible. And so sometimes we're told something, and because it's not the exact way, or it's not so visible. So if we say, the whales are only in the ocean, well, to a certain degree, then that's the truth. There's the physical whale. The actual physical whale is only within the water. But if you were to let yourself open your mind to a more unlimited way of thinking and seeing and believing, is that the whale is also visible within the sky. And Stargazer says if we change our mindset about ourselves the way that we can change our mindset about how we see everything else, is that we could live with a much more open heart and a much more open mind. And we will not have the resistance, and we will not be so in our such strong convictions of the black and white on what is right and what is wrong, and we can be more open. And she's on top of the world. And our joy and happiness that really truly comes is when we let ourselves have that sense of the childlike mind, that we become curious, we let ourselves have fun, we let ourselves play in our imagination, let ourselves become creative, let ourselves exist in something that can be more light-hearted, just have fun. And so she speaks of such a powerful essence of even in the dark there's light, right? Even in the dark there's light, and that there's always something more to see, and there's always something more that is available, and always something more for us to explore. And this takes us into what we call the mystical realms. And when we start to travel in through the mystical realms, we start to find and awaken our own little magic. So a part of this moon is about awakening your inner magic, wakening up that magic within you, to stand up, to not to be afraid, to not to be hide anymore. It's not about hiding anymore. The world will always try to send you back. So not hiding the best of you, not hiding the qualities and the qualities of who you are that are true to you, that you actually probably like. Not about being apologetic for who you are, not about hiding the aspects of our imperfections. It's about knowing that you're always going to be that imperfect self. But that essence of our spirit and who we are in spirit is so perfectly designed. And how we intermingle within Mother Earth, within nature, and how nature's so designed to work with us. And it's just such a magical place. And so if you open your mind and you can see and you can learn to see the whales and see that those whales do exist in the sky, and it's like somebody will always be there to argue the difference with you. But you don't have to spend your lifetime trying to prove yourself right. Is You don't need that proof, you don't need that validation. And it's about just knowing within you, by trusting the intuition, by letting yourself further advance into trusting that self. It is about our clears, it is about our senses. It's about, what do I sense, what do I feel? And as a clairvoyant, and as somebody who has all the clears as a medium, is that all of my ability to hear, feel, sense, smell, taste, see, is that when I speak to people and I'm working with humans, I'm talking to their soul, I'm talking to their spirit, I'm talking to the essence of them. Sometimes, we our conversations are so on automatic. And sorry if I'm a little stuttery. That's all the things that are misfiring in my body right now. And so that's where we are within the body. It's like seeing that we have this body, but we have all of these subtle bodies that exist beyond us, that expands us out. And a part of our magic is about us being able to transcend. It's about us being able to evolve. It is about us being able to transmute our energy. So if we can transmute our anger back to love, then we can understand the power of love in a whole new way. All right. Let's see. So I'm going to move into spirit card for us. And it's rebirth, and it's purity, and this kind of evolution that we're going through as we're going through a big shift in energy. And as we move into a new time and move into a new month, is that it is about rebirth. It's about, giving birth to new ideas. It is about stepping into new possibilities, learning something new about learning something new about yourself. It is the ground zero. It is that place that we go that, you just hold that essence of you. You hold that essence of your truth. And there can be many things all happening at once. And it's so easy for, to be distracted from your moments of joy, your moments of happiness, your moments of just like trusting you. And it's always that sense of, you ever think of when you're experiencing something for the first time and you want to share it with somebody else and you're so excited, like you just did something really great. And you're like, oh my God, I'm so proud of myself. I did well. And then you want somebody else to share in that experience, and you share it with them and they go, oh, good for you. But they don't have this, they're not matching your energy. And you're like, and you lose that sense of enthusiasm that you had within yourself because somebody else didn't have the same response you had. And it wasn't that they weren't happy for you, it's just they're not in your experience. Only you are in your experience, and no one else is in your experience. Nobody else is living in your body but you, and all aspects of you. You are not separate from all of the parts of you. You are you. You are you. You are your higher self. You are the essence of the soul self. You're the essence of all those aspects of you. It's you. The subtle bodies, they're still you. It's all you. And so when we want somebody else to have that experience or to feel that experience, it's not going to be. And when we hold on to those experiences for ourselves and we remember that enthusiasm, we remember that sense of joy in a moment, and then we remember how fast those moments dissipate, and they dissipate so fast, and we can add them up, and we can probably remember those big moments. They're so easy, but it's hard to remember all the other ones that overpowered all of those moments, because they seem to be greater. But they have less weight, they have less value. They only have the value that we hold on to. But if we hold on to our moments of absolute enthusiasm and joy and excitement about our own existence here, and about the fact that each and every one of us truly matters, and that you and your imperfect self and your relationship with yourself is a valuable thing to be here, and that we should be jumping for joy and be in our own experience with ourselves and just say, I don't care if I make somebody else uncomfortable about my presence. I don't care if somebody else don't really like me. It's not my concern. I am loving me. I'm learning the power of being in that relationship with myself. And when you're in that healthy relationship with yourself, you will be in healthier relationships with other people, and you'll be less you'll have less of a desire to want to judge others, to criticize others, and to be, looking into the reflection of others and pointing out all that is wrong with somebody else, instead of looking in and just saying, what can I do for myself today that brings me to an even better place within me to live in that joy and in that excitement? And that is that is like one of the greatest gifts that we can give ourselves, is to come back home to self, to lock into this, to see the value that you bring, to see the love that you bring, to see how much you truly matter. And that, everyone, no matter if you're in a building, is, people talk about, the CEO is probably more important than the custodian of the building, which is the cleaner of the building. And that's probably not even a truth. But when somebody loves themselves and they do something from the bottom of their heart and they love what they do, it will never matter what anyone thinks, because they are the most successful person in the world, because they're doing the things that they love to do, and they're filling up on the love. And they're also the one that, if they're the one that's cleaning the building can't survive if it's not clean. Right? And so there is that sense of, it's not who you are, it's what you are, and it's how you show up to treat yourself and how you show up to treat others. And I don't care how good you are and how close you might think that someone might think they are to God. I know how close I am to God. I talk to God all the time. But I would never say that I am better than somebody else or that I have that right to judge. So I don't care how close they are to that energy. The moment you fall from grace, the moment that you step from that place of 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 having such unkind words to say about others, it speaks volumes about what we have to do within ourselves. And so that's what the moon is shining a light upon. Not on the people who are truly existing as themselves, but it's shining a light upon the work that we still got to do in this world. And there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. And it's not about changing the world. It's about the shifts we make inside of ourselves, that we be the change within ourselves that we want to see within this world. Because why waste being angry that the world is not changing? And why waste your valuable moments and time here when you can start to awaken that beautiful energy and just harvest all of that and live from that power and live from that energy to truly stand in your truth and in love and with a strong sense of knowing exactly who you are. And that's the message that we have. And I feel like this is like the tail end of everything else that I have put on YouTube, from yesterday's video to today's video and to tonight's. And I just felt that call that I had to come in, and Tuesday and Wednesday night when myself and Lisa and Michelle were in, but it was on the wrong page. But the replay is here, so go back and watch that replay as well if you have a moment, you have time. I know it's a Friday night, and a lot of people have things to do. They have a life, whereas this Nana is just like watching her phone for little updates on my beautiful little grandbaby, and yeah, and hanging out with my animals. So that's our message. And I'm just going to look over here. The gift of life is a miracle. I'm here to savor the journey. Yes, and exactly. You are a woman of strong integrity. Thank you, Lisa. I try my best. Yes, I do. Katie, my ears have goosebumps even. I love it. Honor shadows. Yes. That is that. Yes. I'll tell you a fun fact about your ears as a healer. The fun fact about your ears is that your ears are the shape of a fetus. So in healing, when we're doing healing work, for anyone who doesn't do healing work, is I cup the ears, and when I cup the ears, it is like whole body healing. So whenever you feel like you're getting like worked up, or you feel like that sense of anxiousness in your body, cup your ears and just know that you are sending this energy healing through your whole body, and it's going through your whole body. It's for for you. It's the same thing, just like shutting out the world. When it's noisy or loud, and kids do this, and what they're doing is they're calming their nervous system, right? They're calming down the body, and it's the whole body healing that happens. That's your healing of the day. That's your healing message of the day. Um, yeah. So you might have just learned something new. Ellie, no sorries needed for how your body vessel is imperfectly perfect. You carry it so well. Thank you, Ellie. Yes. So for those who don't know, I have an autoimmune condition, but I'm also waiting for a spinal surgery. So that's why you see me wiggling around so much. And because of some little glitches within the body, this imperfect little body that's been around for 52 years, so it's served me well. It has its moments. Wendy Heap, Rhonda Heap. It's like Corrie was listening to our conversation. LOL. Maybe I was. No, your spirit is talking to you. It is your guides talking to you. It's coming back. So, it's what you needed to hear. That's what we got here. Um, All right. So that's what I have. Thank you so much. Go check out the YouTube videos. Thank you for everyone who's here watching, supporting. I so appreciate you. Um, that is a perfect body now. Yes, it is. It is a perfect body now. It is. And there comes my word alchemist, Lisa Starr Francis. I love my friends who just kind of got that back on me. All right. Thank you so much. I will talk with you soon. Go to my YouTube channel. Go check out the links there or on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, just go back to the videos that were posted yesterday and today, and you can see them. And if you have a problem sleeping, go check out the sleep meditation. I didn't get a full moon meditation done. Who knows? I may get one done later this evening, but if I do, I'll get it up to YouTube. But no guarantees on that one. Much love. See you soon. Bye bye.